Hello, this is Christopher Fish, and these are my two stories for our next assignment. And the first story is going to be between what me and my friends talk about every time it's cold outside. We usually make like grunting noises at each other, because this is a story about how me and my two friends nearly froze to death in the Palo Duro Canyon. So we drove out there. It was like, I think it's about 6-7 hour drives from where I was at in high school. This happened when I was in high school as a senior. Over winter break, we all decided to go camping in the Palo Duro Canyon. We went and had a great time. We climbed up to the giant spears, climbed around, jumped on rocks, all the fun stuff. And so we started to settle down for the night. And at this point, we didn't realize the temperature was going to drop as much as it did. We went there and it was about 48 degrees. When we were turning in for bed, I think it dropped down to 20. And each one of us prepared for it differently. One of my friends, he's a musclehead, but he didn't bring that many blankets. He had his sleeping bag and himself, so he decided to get into the sleeping bag and go all the way into the bottom, like burrow into it. So he slept in the bottom portion, and then he got his one blanket and blocked the top hole. So he prepared. Me, I came super prepared, and I brought like six blankets, a sleeping bag, and my jacket. So I just stacked them all up on myself. And I brought the 6 blankets because I figured my friends would need them because they never pack enough. So I packed plenty. And then my other friend, I guess he was too proud, or in the regards, he just didn't. He looked at me and he's like, I don't need your blankets. This sleeping bag's set for negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And I was like, okay, bud. He's like, I don't even need to wear a shirt. So he took off his shirt and we're all in there. And then the temperature dropped to like abysmal, like 10 degrees outside. And I just hear, like, I'm just sleeping, enjoying myself. My friend Rocky, I don't hear a peep from him. He's just at the bottom of his sleeping bag. And at like 2 or 3 in the morning, I'm doing pretty fine. I think my feet felt like they were freezing off, but my buddy, all I hear is help me noise coming over. Like, it wasn't even like words. And I look over and he's like, he didn't say anything, so I just grabbed like 2 of the blankets I had and I just flung them at him. Yeah. And ever since then, anytime like he complains about the cold when I'm hanging out with him, I just make that kind of noise at him. And my friend Rocky, I'm just like, I call him like a gopher now, because I'm like, every time I imagine, because like, I was the only one who came prepared for the camping trip. So, I don't know. That was a pretty funny story. It's more funny in the group environment. And then the second story is time when you felt at home. Yeah. This one is kind of personal, but I feel like it's good enough to share. So I've been out of the military now nearly a year. And so I have a girlfriend back where I was stationed. It's a long distance relationship, but I went to go visit her about like a month ago or 2 months ago, and I was just going up there to visit her. I had no plans on seeing coworkers or old friends. I only went up there. I talked to one friend to see if I could spend the night at his place, and he was like, yeah. But I went over to his place. I unpacked, and he was like, oh, we should go get some food together. And he's like, there's a group event for old people. I was like, okay, I can go see my old coworkers. And I only saw one of my old coworkers there, but he took a picture of me and sent it to all the other people that I worked with or I was close with. And the word got around that I was in town. So when I went out later that evening, and it was kind of funny. We were out at the clubs, and like all my old coworkers knew I was at the clubs somehow. I guess someone leaked the information. I didn't want to tell anybody, but everybody just came through, all said hi, said how much they missed me, how it was a treat to see me again, I guess. It was nice. it made me realize I still have a place to get back to. All these people that I spent years with, some like not as long, but I don't know. It's nice to know, like, even though like my life has changed quite a bit, that still other people are still out there for you. And I have to say, it definitely made me feel at home. Not only because my girlfriend lives up there, but just to know that like I could reach out to almost any of those people and I'll actually be able to talk to them like it was nothing before. Cool. And those are my stories.